What's up, guys? It's Oliver Saunders and Adam Churchman. This is Better Than Yesterday. Today, we are talking about your purpose why. What is the purpose that makes you want to be better? What is the purpose that makes you want to do better in life? Be a better person, be a healthier person. Give me a little bit of insight into what that means to you.
Yeah, man. I think not having a why, you'll never get to where you want to go.
I agree.
I think the why is your North Star for
Smooth.
whatever it is that you want to do, or more important than what you want to do, who you want to be, right? I think I always think that who we are becoming creates what we do. Right? And so understanding your motivations and your purpose and your why is foundational for everything. Like, I know for me, like, I always say, you know, when I'm asked this, my why or my purpose is I want to become the best man that I can be in every aspect. Like, I want to look the best, feel the best, help the most people. I want to make the most money. I want every aspect of me to be on point, and then I want to help other people do the same thing. So my why do I do what I do, is so that I can be an example, and then I can also help other people build that life for themselves.
I love that, and I would say that I agree with you. I want to be the best person that I could be, the best version of myself. You know what I mean? And not in competition with anybody else or anything like that. You know, I just want to be, like we said, the best person that I could be for my kids, for my family, for the future, just for life. You know what I mean? And also, at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, like, is this did I live the life that I wanted to live?
Right.
You know what I mean? You only get one chance to live life. Life is it's very short in the aspect of everything. You know what I mean? The time that you have on this earth. And so it's like, what do you plan on doing with that? Do you want to make the most of it? Do you want to just get by? Do you want to, you know what I mean? How do you think that sobriety connects with being the best version of yourself?
Wow, great question. Phew. I think it comes down to the choices you make, and I think you have to establish what is going to get you to being your best self.
Okay.
Right? And so if I put it into my journey with sobriety and my stuff, is that who I want to be, how does that, you know, do I want to be that guy out there on the corner for the rest of my life?
Right.
I don't want to be that guy. And so, and if I take a look at my purpose of trying to help people, am I of any use to anyone if I am not being my best self?
That's the realest thing, and that's so funny you said that right before I was about to say to you. So yeah, that's also like when you go to saying you got to love yourself to be able to love somebody else, right? I don't think that you can genuinely. I mean, I think that let me take that back. I think that you could help people when you're not your best version of yourself, as long as you're working on being your best version of yourself. You know what I mean? Because like we said, there's people that are in front of you. There's always people that'll be behind you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people could see what you're doing and stuff. But I do genuinely think that the better you are with who you are, the more confident with who you are, that shows.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the way that you said that your coworkers and people see you walk around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just the confidence that you exude when you walk around, because you're confident in what you do. You're confident in what you are.
Right.
You know that you're putting in the work and being healthy.
Right.
You know that when you go to work, you're working your hardest. You know that when you're with your partner, you're giving them the most love that you can.
Yeah.
And you want the best situation for you, for them, for anybody in that situation.
Because my identity is not found in all those other places. My identity is found in who I am, and the purpose of what I'm working towards.
I also think a big insight into somebody's identity is the way that they respond and treat other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can fool somebody for so long, and you could think that they're a good person, or they're doing this, but they're only doing stuff for themselves, and that is a certain type of person. But I think that people who treat, you treat everybody, whether it's the president or the janitor, you treat everybody the same. And that sort of shows how you really feel about yourself
Right.
inside.
Right. If
You know
you're a
what I
healthy
mean?
tree, you get good fruit.
Right. You know what I mean? And so it's like and also it's not only being nice or helping people when you think that you can get something from them.
Yeah.
Or something in return.
Right.
I would say that also having a why, like you said, it's like a North Star. That's like not having goals or you're not going to be working towards anything. If you're just aimlessly sort of floating through life, you might do fine, you know what I mean? But you're not putting out the best product. If you have something that's written, whether it's a concrete idea or just like an outline of somewhere you want to be, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 6 months, then you have something to work towards.
Right.
How do you say that you would deal with situations that are the opposite of your why, that with situations that are hindering you or stopping you from being the best person that you could be?
I heard a quote. I can't remember who said it. It was years and years ago now, but it's always resonated with me. Sometimes you have to say no to the good things to say yes to the great things, right? And so I kind of
That's deep.
Yeah, and I kind of look through life through that lens, right? Like there's a lot of really good things going on that I could give my time to. But they would actually end up being a distraction from the great things that I should be giving my time to. So for me,
I think that's a great. Could you give us give the listeners a little example of what you're?
So I mean, let's even dive into it even from what we're doing here in this platform, right? And so there are a million good causes out there that you can throw your energy into, right?
Right.
And no shade to any of them.
Right.
I could go and I could say, listen, Adam, you used to do public speaking. Why don't you go back into the realm that you were in there, right? I used to do stuff with an agency called Canada Fights Human Trafficking.
Okay.
Why don't you go back into that world and start focusing your energy there? There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That's actually really meaningful work.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But if this right here is what I'm supposed to be doing, if better than yesterday is the great, then the other stuff is the good.
And it's also and then also when I couldn't agree with you more. Also, it's like then you're not, if you have your hand in here, you're not all 100% in on the thing. And so you're right. And that's also like healthy boundaries, which is I think should be another topic that we should talk about, because like you said, you have to be able to say no to certain things because you can't say yes to everybody. You can't spread yourself thin.
Right.
You also, it's better to focus on 1-2 things, master that, than be what's that saying? A master,
Jack of all trades,
but a master of none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you can only know all of this stuff. Like you can only, I think, decipher the good from the great if you know your purpose, if you have your compass.
Right.
How are you going to know that this amazing thing that sounds so good is the good and not the great if you don't understand
What you're going for.
Who you are, what's
you
your
might
why,
just
what's
take
your
every
purpose.
opportunity that you see, which is right.
And then you volunteer your life away doing good things, but you never become the person you're supposed to be doing the things that you love the most.
Wow, that's deep, and that's deep. I mean, it's crazy because it's like, obviously, you hear the word good, you know that it's a good thing. You know what I mean? So it's like,
No shade.
there's good things, but you're right. Do you want to do something great? Do you want to do something that impacts people? Do you want to do something that's really meaningful?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's a fine line to walk because obviously you want to do as many things as you can, and especially like one of my things is multiple streams of income.
Right.
And so, but you also want to make sure that, like you said, you focus on the certain things that are really important to you.
And in that, like what you said, like in that multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
Yes, your hands are in a bunch of things, but they all are aligning with your ultimate why.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's not like you're like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, I'm doing this, and I don't really like this thing.
Right.
It still lines up with where you're going, right? So you can have those multiple streams and be successful at a couple different things.
Right.
as long as it's lining up with where you want to go.
Let's say that somebody is at the point of their life where they're trying to make a change. They want to make a change. They want a reason why, but they
Yeah.
don't know what it is, or they can't find it. What would you?
I was going to ask you that exact same question.
You know?
'Cause I'm like, that's the real stuff right there, right?
Right.
The people who wake up in the morning and they're confused or they don't know their why.
Right,
And that I can't tell you your why.
right,
You can't tell me my why,
right.
right? And so what it comes down to, and this might sound a little hokey or a little weird, whatever, I strongly believe that the little voice in your head, that conscience, whatever you call it, God, call it conscience, call it whatever it
Yeah.
is you want to call
Yeah.
it, you need to learn the art of listening to it. So I read it like in 75 Hard Book, The Tough Enough. It's like your bitch voice or your boss voice type
Yeah.
of thing. And it's the idea of like your bitch voice will convince you so easily to not do the things you know you need to do. It's the
Right.
best salesperson in the world, right?
Right.
And your boss voice is the one telling you to do what you know you need to do.
Right.
And so I kind of take it out of that context and put it more in like your conscience or whatever. If you can hear that small voice, it's telling you, but your whole life is so loud. You're not. It's like a muscle. It's not built up and strong enough yet that it's just a whisper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you need to start slowly listening to that whisper. Like practical example.
Yeah.
This is kind of lame, but I was at the gym one time, and at the end of the gym, I was like, I lifted my weights, I did my thing, and I just felt like you got to do some cardio, get on a treadmill.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't really do cardio.
Right? And this is such a trivial, small, little nothing thing.
Right.
But it was an opportunity to listen to what my conscience was telling me to
Right.
do. And so I got on there.
And you got- yeah.
And I got it done. And did that make a lick of difference to my whole life that I was on the treadmill for 30 minutes?
Right.
No.
Right.
But in that moment, I grew that muscle of listening to that voice.
And you're
so,
working and you're making it stronger.
Right.
So then when you hear it now, the voice that's trying to throw you off is a little bit quieter.
Right.
The voice
And
that's
you can decipher
telling you the
them.
right thing is a little bit stronger.
Right.
I think like you said, I think the realest thing that you said was that nobody can tell you your why.
Right.
If somebody were to walk in here right now and say, I'm really lost, I'm trying to figure out what my purpose in life is, the only advice that I would have to them is to try to cancel out as many things as you can so you could just really sit there
Right.
and focus.
Get
Like
rid
you
of the
said,
noise.
you know what I'm saying? Get rid of the noise. Like you said, it's like we can't tell you your why, your mom can't tell you your why, your brother, your sister, whatever, no, your wife, your husband, nobody could tell you your why.
Right.
But you are able to hear, yes, you are able to hear it, but you just have to drown out all of that extra stuff.
Right.
You have to get all those extra voices, everybody else's opinions, what people may think of you, what
Right.
people may say to you,
Yes.
and just literally sit with yourself and think, what's the reason? Everybody has a purpose.
Listen,
Everybody has a
everyone
purpose.
does. And when you lay your head down at the end of the night
Yeah.
and there's like no noise,
Yeah.
that voice is a little bit louder because the day is kind of quieted down.
And,
get
yeah.
used to listening to that voice in the little things first.
Right,
If you
right.
can't do the little things first, how do you expect to figure out the big picture?
Right. You're not gonna go from, and like you said, this is one of the best analogies. Like you said, it's like a muscle.
Right.
If you have any part of your body that you don't do stuff with often, when you start doing stuff with it, it's going to feel weird.
Yep.
Your that part of your body isn't going to be as strong as the other parts of your body that you use every
Right.
day.
Right.
But just like anything, your brain, your thought process, your muscles, if you continue to put work on it and you
Yeah.
put work into it, it will grow.
Yep.
It will become
Yep.
stronger.
Yep. And then when you hear that why, remove the fear.
Yes.
Because I'm going to bet most people's whys are big.
Yeah.
I don't think most people are like, my purpose is just really little and I don't really want to do it. No, like nobody is like that, right? Most people's purpose is bigger.
I agree.
So when you learn to listen to that muscle that's telling you what you need to do, then you just got to say, I'm doing it and fuck the fear.
Right. Right. And you know what? And it's true. And it's crazy and it's funny because like even I don't know about you, but like I've done a bunch of podcasts, I've been in front of cameras, I've done it. Even coming here today, I was sort of like, okay, I was like, do I have enough questions? Like, is it gonna go? Is it gonna go the way that I thought?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be smooth? Is this da 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 da? And then I thought to myself, and I was like, that's just the fear of doing something new.
Right.
And I was like, if it wasn't there, then we probably wouldn't be on or something because
Right.
that's just the easy thing to do.
Yes.
So I told myself, I'm like, bro, get your shit together, get down there, do your
Yes.
thing, and look, it turned out even better than we could have ever imagined.
And I was doing the same thing. I was in the hotel and I was like, man, how's this gonna go? Is it gonna go okay? Are we
Yeah.
gonna like? Yes, it's gonna. It's me and Oliver.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
We do this
check
all the
out-
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like what we do.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go fine. But that fear comes fear only comes for greatness.
Right.
Nobody's afraid of doing something simple.
Right, or something that they do every day.
Right.
Right, exactly. And so, and that's the thing that you have to get over. And then another thing that you said that really sat with me was the perfectionist. Like, if you're a perfectionist and you're waiting for everything to go
You're never
right,
gonna start.
you're never going to start.
Never.
One of the most successful people that I ever talked to recently, very successful businessman, was saying, "Just put the wheels on the floor." He was like, "Just do it."
Right.
He's like, just fucking do it. Whatever your idea is, he's like, fucking do it. And he's like, it'll work. He's like, it'll either work or it won't.
Right.
And he's like, but you'll have an idea of just putting the wheels down
Yep.
and getting to it. And he goes, if you keep doing that, something's going to give and
Yep.
something's going to give in a big way.
Yep.
He's like, what you don't realize is that 90% of people, a lot of people never get to the point of just trying it because they're like, I'm going to wait for the perfect day.
Right.
I'm going to wait for this perfect thing. This has got to be lined up, da, da, da.
And they're
But if you
paralyzed.
just, and we figure out, and you figure it out on the way.
Yeah,
you know what I
building
mean?
the plane while you're flying.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have a huge opportunity to get to your destination if you get on the plane and the plane takes off.
That's right.
If you don't even get on the plane or the plane just stands in the air, sits in the airport, you have no chance
No
of
chance.
making it.
Zero.
And then I would say one of the worst things, and I've felt this in small aspects, regret.
Yeah.
You don't want to look back at your life and be like, man, I could have
Should've.
tried this.
I wish I would've.
should have tried this. It would have been great if I did that. I would rather look back at life and been like, man, I tried that. That shit kicked my ass.
Yeah.
It did
Yeah,
it
I don't
work?
wanna wonder.
Or, yeah.
I don't wanna
Or-
wonder
Or I
what if.
tried it and look, man, I'm so happy that I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So I would just say that finding your why is one of the most important things in life, and everybody has a very, very important reason that they are here. So thank you for coming and tuning in with us.
Yeah.
Adam Churchman, Oliver Saunders, Better Than Yesterday. New episodes are coming. Get ready for the community. Get ready for this journey.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have you guys on it.
Peace.